1002, 1003. In today's video, I'm going to explain to you my strategy when building a relatively simple, inexpensive home gym. I'm going to talk about the basic equipment that you need in case you could not actually go to a gym anymore. Before I go on, if you have a second, please like this video and also consider subscribing to my channel. I post new videos every Monday at 6 a.m. where I like to discuss fitness, finance, and life. I had never really considered the need for gym equipment at home. I'd always belonged to a gym, went to different gyms for most of my life. I've never actually lifted at home. Well, unless you count the Joe Weider set I had in my bedroom, the sand-filled weights when I was like 16 years old. Back in 2020, obviously everything shut down. Nobody knew what was going to happen when things were opened back up. So I tried to stay optimistic and hope that my gym would open up relatively soon. After a few months had gone by and there was no improvement in anything opening back up, that's when I decided to pull the trigger and start to look around for gym equipment. Now, unfortunately, at that point in time, gym equipment was either scarce or price gouged. Some of my friends were doing pull-ups at home, sit-ups at home, push-ups at home, but I knew that no amount of those calisthenic type exercises would do what it took to maintain my size and strength. So I began to look for equipment. I knew I would needed some basic pieces just to get the job done. The first piece I decided on was a mobile flat bench, preferably one that could incline. I actually found one on Craigslist that again was price gouged, and it was an old, beat-up, Olympic-style mobile bench, but it was inclined, and it would do the job. I think at the time I paid around $250 for this mobile flat bench. A mobile bench can be used for a variety of different exercises. Flat bench press, incline bench press, spider curls, seated curls, skull crushers, back rows, dumbbell rows, all sorts of things. It's a really versatile piece of equipment. And that was my main priority, finding equipment that was versatile that could then assist in different movements for different body parts. I didn't have the space or the financing for a full-blown gym in my basement. The second piece I tried to find was an Olympic barbell. Again, with a good barbell, you can do a ton of different stuff. You can do standing curls, spider curls, bench press, rows, shoulder presses, squats, lunges, deadlifts, the list goes on. But a good Olympic barbell is a critical piece of equipment. Then I started to look for Olympic plates. I wanted to try and get whatever I could. It didn't really matter to me, the plate weight, as long as all combined, it was a substantial amount of weight. I lucked out and I had a friend give me 4 45-pound Olympic plates. And I did manage to buy 45-pound and 25-pound plates from another local seller from Craigslist. So now at this point in time, I have the flat bench, I have the barbell, and I have about 450 pounds of plate weights. Now all I was missing was the equipment to actually put this on to use. The first piece I bought was a half rack. I wanted a full squat rack, but I could not find one anywhere. The half rack does the job. With a half rack, you can do incline bench, you can do standing curls, shrugs, squats, all sorts of things. I believe the half rack I bought was also around $250. The final piece that I bought, kind of reluctantly, was a Smith machine. The Smith machine is from a company called PowerTech. PowerTech makes a variety of different equipment, but the reason I gravitated towards a Smith machine was because you could also combine it with a lat pull-down combo. Additionally, with their type of Smith machine, it's actually true weight. I'm sure you know at most gyms, Smith machines almost feel assisted. You can almost push the bar up and it floats. On this Smith machine, there is no assist, so it is true weight. The bar does, in fact, weigh 45 pounds. But the Smith machine, combined with the lat pull-down attachment, offered versatility that I could not find matched anywhere else at the time for the price or availability. The lat pull-down combo offered a lat pull-down pulley at the top and also a pulley at the bottom. What this allows is lat pull-downs, tricep press downs, 1002, 1003. Any sort of pull down movement with that upper pulley. but also the lower pulley will then allow me to do seated rows, low rows, curls, anything from the bottom. That to me was a great investment in terms of versatility, and essentially that Smith machine turns itself into an all-in-one gym. You can do almost every basic core compound movement on this machine. I believe at the time, all in, the Smith machine cost me around $2,500. That's the part of this small home gym that gets expensive. But to me, it was worth it in the long run because now, all combined, I could complete my entire workout at home. And with this equipment, these are really the basics that any real lifter will need to get the job done. I would highly recommend to any serious lifter out there to consider assembling a small home gym and consider the suggestions that I made, the few key components that you need to get an entire core workout in. A mobile bench, plates, a good Olympic bar, and a full rack or a Smith machine like I got. Again, that Smith machine is a godsend. You can do almost any exercise on it. You never know what the future holds. We don't know if next month or next year the world's going to shut down again. And if you're able to purchase this equipment now or soon, you'll have it forever. You'll be prepared for the worst, and you can keep lifting for as long as you want. To have that equipment at your beck and call is priceless for any lifter. And a few $1,000s is a pretty small investment for tools that can last you a lifetime. Could I have done this cheaper? Yes. Did I need the Smith machine? No. But again, the convenience factor and the space factor is where it really kind of sold me on it. And having the versatility of upper and lower pulleys made it a no-brainer. That's all I got for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.